Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Here we live in Phoenix, Arizona, and we get the monsoons every summer. Of course, during the worst time when it's really hot out during the day and still hot out during the night, usually in the 90s. So we have a generator. We're going to show you how we use that to power our house during the day in case of emergencies. Welcome to our channel. Here we're going to show you how we turned our house into our small family farm. We're going to show you how we accomplished lots of small projects around the house and how you can do them too. So the monsoons here can be pretty bad. In our experience here, we've lost power usually about once every summer, and sometimes they can last up to a day or two. Last summer we lost power for 2 whole days. And during the summer here when it's 120, that can just make life miserable. And you'll lose all the food in your fridge, all the food in your freezer, and you're going to be sweating your butt off inside your house. So we went out and bought just a pretty simple 4,000 watt generator from our Tractor Supply hardware store. It was a few $100, but it was so well worth it. We ended up connecting it to our house power so we can power just the bare basics to get by, and then we got a window powered AC unit to give us some air conditioning in one of the rooms. This is obviously a worst case scenario, but if we lose power for more than an hour-ish, then we'll go ahead and get this up and running just to provide our refrigerator and freezer with some power, give us some lights, some ceiling fans, and if we need to, that window AC unit to provide us with some AC during the day. So what we did is we got just a pretty simple, about a 4,000 watt generator at Tractor Supply store. It's got a 220 volt output on it, and we got an extension cord to plug in there, and then we'll plug it into the wall here. So this is an RV hookup that we're going to use to plug our generator into our electrical box. This is important not only because it's got a cover that will keep it waterproof and water out of there, but it's also got male connectors inside of here. That's the only safe way to really do it. Because we're going to have power going in, you want male to be here. You never want a male connector to be hot. Then from there, all that we did, this is pretty easily wired on the back. We ran it up this conduit and into the bottom of our electrical panel. So in here you'll see we got our solar panel breaker, and this is for bringing the solar in during the day. But obviously when you're in a power outage situation, this is off because they don't want to backfeed electricity into the system. So we rearranged all of our breakers via a couple of these double 15 amp breakers to get these 2 top breaker spots open. Once that was open, we took the wire from that bottom plug and wired it into this. Now what that means is when the generator is running, it's going to be pushing electricity back through and into the panel through this breaker. You'll see here, this has got a lockout kit. This is super important, and this is required by code. The reason is you don't want electricity to be flowing through here and into the grid if someone is working on the lines, because it's down for some reason, so they're working on it. So you don't want electricity to be flowing back through here onto the grid. So this makes it impossible. So right now, we have our electricity on coming from the power grid, and the generator is off. And see, we can't even turn the generator on because that thing is blocking. We can't push that power in. The only way to turn this on is by turning off the grid power to the house, to the off position, and then you slide this up, and that won't be blocked anymore, and then you can turn the generator power on. The other thing we did in this panel is marked essential and non-essential equipment, or rather equipment that can be ran off the generator or not. We marked all the stuff with the red X that cannot be ran by the generator just because it pulls too much electricity. And typically it's going to be your washer and your dryer, your AC units, your air handlers, and your range. If you have one of these breakers on when the generator is on and it starts pulling a ton of electricity, you're going to pop the fuse in the generator itself, and it just, it's just a hassle. So we've marked them so they're pretty easy, and that's pretty much it. So let's go over our sequence to get everything running when it does come time to start the generator up. So first thing we'll do is we'll bring the generator out here and we'll set it on this overhang. As you can see, it's kind of got a rain guard up there a little bit, but if it's raining hard and sideways like it usually does when we need this, we'll end up putting an umbrella over the generator just to protect it. The one suggestion I'll make for doing this is make a checklist, because when it comes time to using this, it's going to be dark, everything's going to be wet, and you're going to be stressed. So if you can follow a checklist, it'll make it super easy. So every generator will be different, but in basic terms, you're going to start the generator. Once it's up and running, you're going to let it stabilize for just a few minutes. Typically it's 2 to 3 minutes, and that's what this one is. After that's stabilized, you can select 240 or 120. In this case, we're going to go with 240 so we can power the house. Then we have our cable here. In this case, it's a 10-foot, 10-gauge cable with the 4-prong plugs on it. So once the generator is up and running, all we have to do is plug it in on this side, and we run the other end to that plug on the wall. So we'll take this plug, lift up the flap, match it up, and twist it on. Make sure it's nice and secure. After that's done, all we'll do is we'll come over here. At this point, we'll go ahead and turn off all of our non-essentials, so all the ones with the red stars in this case. We'll also make sure to turn off our solar panels. It'll be off anyways, but I just don't want to mess it up or screw anything up. Then when it comes time, we'll make sure to turn the grid power off. We'll slide up our guard and turn the generator on, and then the house is running off the generator. Now it's just going to be a matter of checking the gas level every so often to make sure it's full. So I recommend putting the generator outside somewhere next to all your other neighbors and stuff like that, so that way when you go out to add gas, you can look outside really easily and see, hey, is my neighbor's power back on? And then you go back here and switch everything back just in reverse. Thanks guys for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below and hit the bell to be notified when our new videos do come out. Thanks guys for watching, I appreciate it, and y'all have a good day.